All right, ladies and gentlemen, so in this video we are going to complete a geometry midterm review, and my only goal here is to try to help you prepare for this exam. So let's get into this and let's knock these problems out. On the midterm, you will be allowed the use of a TI graphing calculator. So we'll use it if it helps us here. Just skip the intermediate subtraction, addition, multiplication, division, whatever, square roots. So in number one, we're asked to find rather the measure of angle QUT. I'll get it out. QUT if VUQ is 36. All right, so now this is 36 degrees, and VUT, the whole angle here is 150. So I'm trying to find QUT, so I'll just take 150 and subtract 36 and get 114. Okay. Number two, the measure of angle JKL. JKL equals 79 degrees. That's the whole angle. The measure of JKY, this little angle here, is x plus 26. Okay, and the measure of angle YKL is x plus 57. Okay, it wants us to find x. So we have to write this out. X plus 26 plus x plus 57 equals 79. Okay, we can combine like terms on the left, 26 plus 57. Alrighty, and then we're going to subtract that from 79. So we'll take 79 minus 83, and we get -4. What did I do wrong? Oh, okay, got it. So that's fine. We have x plus x is 2x equals -4. So x is -2. All right, that's D. Okay, number three. The measure of angle DEQ. DEQ is 25x. So in here, this here is 25x. The measure of angle QEF is 51x. That's QEF, and that is right here, that's 51x. DEF is 76. So the whole thing is 76. So basically we just have 51x plus 25x equals 76. 51 plus 25 is 76. So we have 76x equals 76. X equals 1. Okay, so we found x. Now we need to plug this in to find DEQ. DEQ is 25 times x, so 25 times 1 is 25. No, the answer is 25. Number 4. Find the value of x. Okay, so we are given a linear pair. 84 plus 4x is going to be 180, since the line that they're sharing and adjacent to there is a straight line. So 84 plus 4x equals 180. So I'm going to subtract 84 from both sides and divide by 2. Bingo, 48, or divide by 4. Whoops. 24. All right. So x equals 24. Okay. That's that answer. Moving on to number 5. Find the measure of angle B. These are vertical angles, so it's 41. Moving on to number 6. Classify each angle as acute, obtuse, right, or straight. This is obtuse because it's greater than 90 degrees, and this is acute because it's less than 90 degrees. Find the measure of each angle indicated. Well, these are complementary interior angles, so they're equivalent. And this is, I mean, they are, I didn't mean they are equivalent, they are supplementary. These angles add up to 180. So you just do 180 minus 101. 180 minus 101 is 79. The answer is 79. Okay, so moving on to number 9, solve for x. Okay, so these are alternate interior angles. They form that Z shape that I showed you in another video. We're told that these two lines here are parallel. So this is the Z shape. In the corner spaces of the Z, right here and right here, those angles are equivalent. And you have to know that to set 15x plus 6 equal to 81. Just solve it out. So we'll subtract, we'll do 81 minus 6, and then divide the result by 15. You get 5. Done. Number 10. Okay, same situation here. These are supplementary angles because they form, if you were to stick this angle up here, it's a linear pair, so they have to add up to 180. So x plus 141 plus x plus 57 equals 180. Combine like terms on the left, you get 2x. I don't know why I wrote 28. You get 2x plus, and then we need to do 141 plus 57. 141 plus 57 is 198. And then do 180 minus 198. You get negative 18. So that's 198 here equals 180. Okay, so x is equal to negative 18. Just plug this in to this angle here. This is the one that's bolder than the others. So you just put negative 18 plus 141. 123. What happened here? Oh, why? What did I do wrong? Oh, I forgot to divide by 2. Okay, so let me go back here and do 180 because here's what's going on. This is 2x. This is 2 times in the same video. We just need to divide everything by 2. X equals, all right? So that's negative 9. Now let's plug in negative 9 into our thing, plus 141. That's the answer, 132. Okay, sorry about that. Number 11, classify each triangle by its angles and side, blah, blah, blah. It's an isosceles. And we're not told that it's equilateral, so we'll have to call it an acute isosceles triangle. Here we go again. Angles and sides, it's scalene by sides and acute by angles, so it's an acute scalene. Find the area. Okay, so we're just trying to find the area of a triangle here. Base times height divided by 2 looks pretty good to me. 5.52 meters squared. Number 13. Moving on to number 14. Find the distance between each pair of points. All right, so remember, the distance is equal to the square root of the sum of the squared differences in the x and y values. All right, so you just have to label x1, y1, x2, y2, and plug it in to this formula, okay? So the way we're going to set it up, and I'll just set it up and then do the whole thing in the calculator. We just set it up. X2 is 2, or x2 is negative 8, and x1 is 4, so negative 8 minus 4. And then y2 is 2, and y1 is 7, so 2 minus 7. And we'll just put this whole thing in the calculator. We have the square root of, open parentheses, negative 8 minus 4, close parentheses, squared, plus, open parentheses, 2 minus 7, close parentheses, squared. Bingo. 13. Done. Number 15. Find the distance between the pair of points. So first you have to identify the coordinates, and then you have to do everything we just did. So the coordinate here is negative 5, 1. Negative 5, 1. And this is my x1 and y1. Okay, and then the second is negative 2, negative 2. Negative 2, negative 2. And this is my x2 and my y2. You know, this is the problem. You need to model that after. We're just going to, well, I'll just do it again. We're going to replace all the same thing, do the same thing that we just did. So open parentheses, x2 minus x1. So that's negative 2 minus negative 5. Close those parentheses, squared, plus, open parentheses, y2 is negative 2 minus y1 of 1, close parentheses, squared, enter, 4.24, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so since it's not giving it to us in that nice simplified form, we can just kind of back plug answers until we see one that's 4.24. That's how I do it. So let's do square root 6. Nope. Let's do 3 square root 2. There it is. So it's B. 15 is B. 16, translate horizontally to the left by 1 and up or down by 0. So we're just going to move every point over by 1. So I'm looking for this shape here. All right, this is the shape I'm trying to find. Graphed. Let's find it. There it is. Right there. See? C. Number 17. Translate to, so to the right 2 and then down 4. Horizontal, vertical. Remember that translation rule. So I'll just plot it out. Over 2, over 2, over 2, over 2, and then I'm going to go down 4 with each point, okay? So let me use a different color for this. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my final point for G. I'll label it G prime. And then I'll go down 4 here, down 1, down 2, down 3, down 4. This is H prime. And then over here, go down 1, down 2, down 3, down 4, right here, for I prime. J prime, I didn't do it all. Over to, oh, there's J prime, so I need to go down 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. this guy right here is J prime. Okay, let's make sure that that looks kind of like the shape we started with, or exactly like it, rather. Okay. So there it is. We just need to identify the coordinates. Let's just start with the coordinates of G prime. So those coordinates are -2, -2. So there's only one G prime with -2, -2. So I'm going to go with D as the answer. Okay. Number 18, rotation 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin. Okay. So for this, you don't really need a compass. All right. You just need to understand what's going to happen. You're rotating 90 degrees about the origin. Okay. So your center of rotation is the origin. Right. So if you take that point, right, and put it to you this way. If you wanted to do this with a compass, you could draw a line between the center of rotation and the point you're going to rotate, all right? And then you'd mark off 90 degrees counterclockwise. So you'd mark off this point here. So you're going to be rotating your line through this point, okay? So now you'd come back and you'd rotate that point. Come on, man. All right. But I'll show you a trick because you won't want to waste time using the compass. Rotate that point, and so here's the rotated point J prime. Right here is J prime. Now let me explain what happens. So let's look at the coordinates of J. Okay, the beginning coordinates were 1, -2. Now look at the coordinates for J prime. They're 2, 1. All right, so all that happened was we switched positions of the X and the Y values, and we made both of them positive. All right, so you could use a protractor compass, okay, and you could rotate, but that's basically what you're doing. So you're going to find one of these answers that has the rotated point where it should be, J prime. You probably won't have to do more than one, but the answer is B. Find the coordinates of the vertices of each figure after the given transformation. Okay, rotating 180 degrees about the origin. All right, so again, we'll see the rule emerge after we do this, but let me rotate point H 180 degrees. Now let's think about that. What is actually happening? We don't even need the compass. Okay, because we're going 180 degrees. Put the center of your compass here, and again, you don't need a compass because you're only rotating in increments of 90 degrees. Okay, so here's the full rotation spectrum for point H. Now what's happening? We're rotating 180 degrees. So what we're going to end up with at point H is point H is going to go 180 degrees about the origin. So let's see where it's going to end up. Oops. All right. So 180 degrees is a straight line, people. So what you're going to want to do is follow that rotation path and just see where it's going right there. So this is the rotated point H. So this is H prime at -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, comma -3. -5, comma -3 is H prime. Bingo. Okay, so it's D. Number 19 is D. Number 20, reflect across X equals 2. Okay, so X equals 2 is a line right here. So here's your line of reflection. Right, you can't really see that, can you? So let's see here. Draw it in darker. There's your line of reflection. All right, so what's going to happen is each point is going to be reflected about that line. So how do you reflect a line, a point about, because we'd be reflecting each point individually, wouldn't we? So how do you reflect a point? Well, remember, you're going to take your compass. Let's do W here, all right? You're going to take your compass and you'll mark 2 points, all right? Just any 2 old points there. And then you'll come over here and you'll do these arcs here, and you'll find where they intersect. Okay, so that point W intersected right here. So this is W prime. All right, so that's what we're looking for, W to be right there. You see that? It's the only one that has it in that position. So the answer is B. 20 is B. Okay. 21, reflect across x equals 1. So again, x equals 1 is a vertical line like this. And you just want to do a practice point. So I'll just reflect H. And again, it should work within some reasonable degree of precision. So you draw this little mark here and then this little mark over here. Uh-oh, my pencil slipped. And now this little sucker is going to mess with me. Hang on. The pencil was loose. Let me get this back. All right, so now you hop over to where that's crossing the line of reflection and you make 2 more marks. So here's 1, and then here's the other point where it crossed, and here's the other point. So now here's your point here. Now if you don't have a compass, you can just count over. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 from that line. So you just want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 over. And you do the same thing for the previous problem. You don't need to have a compass. But this is H prime, and that's located at 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So I'm looking in here for 4, 1 for H prime. And where is it? One, two. Oh, I'm counting wrong. So this isn't 4, 1. It's 5, 1. Because I was counting from the line of reflection like an idiot instead of from the y-axis. So this is 5, 1. All right, 5, 1, bingo, B. Gotcha. All right, so that's number 21. So far, we're 23 minutes into this thing, and we're almost done. So, guys, it's just not that hard. So now we're going to dilate about the origin. This dilation about the origin just makes life so much easier. So all we're going to do is find the coordinates of one of our points. So D here is at 0, 2, right? And to dilate about the origin, we just multiply both of these by 5 over 2. Okay, just multiply both of these by 5 over 2. So 0 times 5 over 2 is 0. Right, so the x-coordinate of D prime will be 0. And then 5 over 2 times 2 is 5. So we're looking for D to be at 0, 5. Here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's D at 0, 5. It's not at 0, 5 anywhere else, so I'm done. 22 is B. Dilation of 1.5 about the origin. Again, about the origin makes this so much easier. Just take a point. C coordinates are at 2, 3. Dilate about the origin by 1.5. So we're just going to multiply both these coordinates by 1.5. 2 times 1.5 equals 3. 3 times 1.5 equals 4.5. So C prime is at 3, 4.5. Let's go find it right there. I see it. It's B. That's 23. 24, find the missing measurement. Now, these last two problems are a little bit more of a challenge, so we're going to take a second here. We're given the area of the triangle. So here's what we're going to say. Base times height divided by 2 equals the area. So the area is 12.4. So if this is 12.4, then we are given the height is 3.1. So we have base times 3.1 divided by 2 equals 12.4. So to get B by itself, we just multiply the whole thing by B, or by 2 to get rid of this denominator. Okay, so we have to distribute, multiply that. On the left side, it just cancels out with the 2 in the denominator. But on the right side, you need to multiply 12.4 times 4. So what we have is B times 3.1 equals whatever 12.4 times 2 is. It's 24.8. Divide both sides by 3.1. So B equals 24.8 divided by 3.1. 8. Bingo. A. Okay, and number 25. Find the area. Now, we are needing here to do the area of this triangle, okay? So let's just do what we know. Let's do base times height divided by 2, and let's see if it works, all right? So 27.3 times 1/8 equals divided by 2 is 245.7, and there it is. It's done. It's easy. Wasn't that hard. That is the review for the final exam. Okay, so just expect problems just like that, but just different types of problems. So I hope that this video accomplished its goal, which was to give you a midterm review for geometry. If it did, please make sure to let me know about that by leaving a like, a comment, and hitting that subscribe button and notification bell. Thanks.